Family, it's your boy Twice on Plays, and as you can see, or as we'll get into, Elon Musk is crashing out on hip hop Twitter. Can you believe it? Elon, of all people. Come on, Elon, don't do us like that. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Twice on Plays. This video's by Facify. Let's go.
And this went nuclear. So first off, Placo posted this, but other people have posted it as well. And they said, Kendrick Lamar and TDE got an Indian running their mascot fan page. This is low even for Kendrick. What happened to quote culture? And you see this page called High Power TDE News. And it says account based in India, connected via India Android app. And this is actually funny because the funniest part about this was that the person that runs this page went on to drop like a press release to let people know that it was him. And he said, since y'all looking for dirt on me, here it is. Started listening to hip hop in 2002 and Kendrick TDE in 2012. Made this account in 2017-18, way before this beef-ish. And for Elon Musk, F you. You ain't doing ish, but just want that bloody engagement with the revealing location. No, I think this is actually one of the best updates for more serious reasons that we'll get into later. To the rest of y'all who will still be following this account for discussion and news, we will still be posting it.
Only benefit I see in X revealing your location or where the account was made is for political reasons, to be fair. I think that's the only good I could see from it. Other than that, I don't see why you would do that.
And then he throws up the Indian flag. And one thing that they replied to Flacco with was Academics TV, who was one of the biggest Drake defenders. And he said, they said, your favorite page. And it says account based in Australia. Damn. That's crazy. But connected via United States App Store. So that's a little bit odd. So it's based in Australia, so maybe the guy is currently in the US. I don't know. But I think this is commonly known now, especially after the call that was posted by Academics, where he was talking about like Hungry Jack's, which is Burger King in Australia. So yeah, the guy is Australian. And
Whoa. Academics is Australian? Wait, what are we saying now? What's going on?
Academics would go on a rant after they said, at this time, X Twitter has just now paused the content location feature, the account location feature, for unknown reason. And Academic says, nah, they need to keep that going. I realized 98% of vocal K-bots were from Sri Lanka and India. Even seen some of these dudes that got the most to say can't even travel to the US. Gave a lot of perspective. Bots done influence conversion. If I haven't seen y'all face, stay the hell out of my...
That's his conversation, bruv. What?
Mentions y'all bots for all I know. Well, this is the thing. The people that like that account, for example, and a lot of these accounts, they're not necessarily bots. We're not going to conflate them with being bots, but they are foreign accounts that are weighing in on North American matters. Let's just say that. And this is not the only...
Bro, it's music. What do you mean North American matters, bruv? It's...
only part. The part is that the assumption that the majority make is that these are American or even Canadian-based accounts. Now, they don't explicitly say that, but that's just what's inferred. And then he continues and says, yesterday I realized people in Mumbai, India were on here capping, acting like they from Compton, arguing all day like they pro-black FBA. Go focus on that belly dancing music and Bollywood-ish. Now, Academics is one of...
That's some racismo nonsense.
Of the most ignorant people, and I don't mean ignorant where people are like, oh, you're ignorant. No, ignorant as in lacking knowledge of anything globally. Like belly dancing music, isn't that like Egyptian or like in the Levantine?
That is Indian. The Indian do be doing the belly dancing, but Persian I think is more accurate.
I'm tripping. India, you don't even really see them doing that. Now Bollywood, that's a different story. Elon turned on face reveal for all accounts. I'm with it. If we knew what people look like and where they lived at, country they tweeting from, you wouldn't even engage with these bot farm. Who give a F about the opinion of a dude in Pakistan when we talking about hip-hop? They still...
What? What do you mean we don't... Bro, hip-hop is global. What are you talking about? We care about the opinion of everybody who listens to music. Like, why are people so entitled, bro? It's like, it's just weird, man.
Getting the leftover Super Bowl merch of the losers every year. Now, I think this is quite a take because a lot of FBA people say the same thing about an Academics who is an immigrant that came here at 12, 13 years old from Jamaica. So they're looking at him like, yo, you're Jamaican. And yeah, he has lived in the US for quite a while, but he's not FBA. And he came into this way later than most people. Like most people that have been listening to hip hop, since they were kids, if you grew up in certain environments. or certain cities. So that's, we can't just like be like, oh, nah, them dudes in Pakistan, like, yo, they got a different culture in Jamaica too. So he's not safe on that one. And yes, hip hop is global. Would never say if you're from another country, you can't consume or speak on hip hop. No, that's what he was saying. Well, he was saying that your opinion is diminished and a lot lower than the opinions of Americans on hip hop.
Yes.
And there is a hierarchy
Yes.
of where most people value the opinions. And
That's
a lot
what
of
he's
it
saying.
is on circumstances that cannot be controlled, like what you were born as, where you were born, what your money is, what your skin color is.
I was born insane.
Don't want to admit that, but that just is the truth. So he's trying to cape for like his previous opinion, but we know what it is. Academics is saying like, yo, if you're from India, if you're from Hyderabad or wherever, he's dismissing your opinion. That's what he's saying. He's going to try to cover it up. But if you're disguising your presence to be, I'm pro-black from Compton, that's beyond deceptive. This is a fact, though, and this is what people are doing, and this ties into why I think this is such a great update. Just tell us you a dude from Islamabad, and that's what Islamabad people think about this ish. Don't pretend. Now, if they...
That's
and this
fair.
is also another thing. Why do they have to announce where they're from before giving an opinion? That's a little bit ridiculous. Like, hey, by the way, I'm from Uzbekistan, and I like Kendrick Lamar. Like, what is this, like a class presentation? But
from
there are some that
Uzbekistan.
are... and we've seen LARP accounts. Like, people
Uzbekistan.
pretending to be black chicks to bait for engagement that are actually based in India. Like, it's just ridiculous. That level of stuff goes on. So there is a nuanced take
It's
here.
the
It
internet.
hit different when Elon exposed 99% of these big K-pop pages that used to say this ain't culture or say Drake ain't culture. Them dudes was tweeting that ish from Baghdad, Iraq. Come on, dude, you in Iraq. How are you finna tell us what is culture, quote unquote? Kendrick got to do a concert in India. His popular ex-stan accounts are almost entirely from there. Elon exposed it. How I'm arguing hip-hop with dudes who live in a part of the world where they pray into goats and cows. Bruh.
Bro, Ak had to be off the head tweeting this. This is the most ignorant tweets I've ever seen, bro.
This is getting like really, really disrespectful when he's going for their religion.
Oh
But,
my
you know, it is what it is. The reason why I think this is a big deal is, number one, these people are posing as accounts that are based in the U.S. and especially with the Kendrick versus Drake beef, these are not bots. Now, there are bots involved, I do believe, in the Kendrick versus Drake beef and the narrative and numbers surrounding that. But it's disingenuous to say that there aren't also a lot of people on Drake's side that are doing that. Like,
Why
for
can't
example,
we just take everybody's opinion in the world? Aren't we all global citizens? What happened to that? Why is it all like, oh, we're all brothers and sisters? When somebody gets, oh, we're all brothers and sisters. Let's come together. Let's care about one another. Oh, this is so sad. But as soon as shit hit the fan, bruv, oh my god. Oh, you're not from here, so you can't speak on this matter. You're from there where they milk goats and cows. Don't speak on hip-hop. How can you speak on hip-hop when you're milking goats every day? You're milking cows, bro. How you speaking on the game? How you speaking on hip-hop? This is what these journalists keep doing. It's pissing me off, bruv.
Academics has hid that his right-hand man was from Australia for forever. The guy's named Grand Wizard Chat. So he's in the same boat here. And that guy's the biggest defender of Drake. And he didn't say, yo, by the way, my guy Grand that's running this, he's Australian. No, he hid that.
Why does Grand Wizard look like Nino from Flippin' Nelk, bruv? What the hell?
Drake. And he didn't say, yo, by the way, my guy Grand that's running this, he's Australian. No, he hid that. So he's in the same boat. He's just doing it for his own people, which I understand because a lot of people would be dismissing that page if they knew it was from Australia from the jump. Like if he had local...
Well, let's be fair. Australia, well, used to be at least a huge consumer of hip-hop. So I think that's kind of fair now.
Location Australia, Melbourne or Brisbane or wherever, a lot of people would not have followed that page, especially like America, and they would have dismissed it, especially during the Drake versus Kendrick beef. So there's that. The reason why I think that this got out of hand and that this got implemented is for not just hip hop conversations, because I do like that we can contextualize things based on where people are from. Now, Kendrick, I don't know if Kendrick's that big in India, but they do like lyricism a lot. Like, for example, Eminem, you probably look up a bunch of Eminem stan accounts. I wouldn't be surprised if they were based in India. India just loves Eminem.
Indians
Well,
love
globally, like
Eminem.
Russia loves Eminem, Eastern Europe loves Eminem, and 50 Cent. Like 50 Cent is beloved in India too. But my point
Everyone
being
loves
that
50 Cent,
when
bro.
Elon Musk allowed for ad revenue to be earned based on impressions on Twitter if you got Twitter Blue, I think that's when everything got destroyed. That's why for this high power page, I'm going to, well, people have pulled up some tweets of him kind of LARPing at and trying to make people think that he's American, but I'm going to say that this guy started without a monetary incentive. He was doing this 2016-17. That's different from a lot of accounts that have started in the past.
Look how divided we become, more and more divided each year as human beings. As the world gets more connected, the more it somehow becomes divided. It's crazy, no?
Of years. And what they've done is they look at it like, okay, we can make an account and we can LARP because it's everyone in India speaks English. It's like a national language. I think it's the same in Pakistan too. So that they have an advantage that China doesn't have, or like Russia, like people, they're not as fluent in English as Indians. So they see, okay, we have an opportunity to monetize on Twitter. Now, if they monetize and just tweet in whatever, Hindi or whatever, they would earn less money than if they tweeted to an American audience where advertisers are paying a lot of money. I mean, this is one of the highest consumer countries in the world, right?
Okay.
So what they do is, okay, let's create some accounts that look American, that talk American, and that people interpret as being American so we can run up this engagement. And this is where it gets bad, because for the music thing, I care about it because I'm into this stuff, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not really harming people. Where it is dangerous, though, is politics. So these people, they are detached from America. To them, they're looking at it like, okay, this is an opportunity for us to get this paper.
Yeah, I was just going to say, with politics, I feel like, because if you're faking as American from India and you have multiple accounts acting as Americans, then you're kind of influencing the culture, kind of, in a way. You know what I'm saying? But you're not actually from India. So that's kind of unfair. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're not actually from America. You're from India, but you're posing as an American to sway the American vote or whatever it is that you want to do. You're using that to your advantage, which I get why you would want to seed that out.
I understand that. And they're like, yo, if I can earn $200 a month from engagement on X and I would earn that same amount laboring, why wouldn't I just do it? It makes sense. But how are you going to earn more? Based on impressions. How do you get more impressions? You rage bait. Like, you got people like Ian Miles Chong, right? Like, that guy's in Malaysia. He is Malaysian. And he was rage baiting, whether it was race topics, and they will inflame or fan the flames of race topics, just issues like immigration, all of these different things surrounding politics that people feel high degrees of emotion towards. Americans feel high emotion towards, and they think Americans are like, oh, you know, this is just an American person giving their opinion, when it's really an Indian or someone from a foreign country that is making these tweets just to get you to engage so that they can make money off of it.
Wow.
And that's where the perception thing, it's kind of like when people were talking about, there was like Russian hackers or whatever that were creating Facebook accounts that helped Trump get elected. I don't know. There was like a whole case about that as well.
Remember that.
I'm a little bit ignorant when it comes to how that played out, because some people say, no, there was no collusion and interference. And some people say, well, no, like it actually did come out that there was. Regardless, the point here is that when it gets to more serious topics, now people can see, okay, this person's tweeting this. Let me see where this account is based. Oh, this account is based in India, and they're talking about like George Floyd riots and stuff like that. Like, these people don't have to deal with the repercussions of what they're fanning the flames of. And it's like they're mining diamonds, and they just get the money off of it too. And then they deal with whatever is going on in their country. And they don't fan the flames over there because it's less profitable, and they probably don't want to harm themselves. So that's why I think that this update is great and necessary. I don't think it was just to get people to dismiss opinions, although I do think that is an unintended side effect. But hey, listen, if people are going to dismiss a person's opinions because of a country that they're from, that is not as bad as somebody from a foreign country rage baiting and potentially radicalizing people to commit crazy acts.
Yeah, when you look at it from that perspective, it makes sense. But I think, let's leave the video there. Shout out to Hello Yassine. And I just think that at the end of the day, I wasn't a fan of this update in the beginning. But once I realized, okay, politically it makes sense. Because how can somebody from Greece be influencing what's going on in Turkey? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shouldn't, in today's age, I don't think that should be allowed. You know, yes, everyone should have their own opinion, which is fair. So, yeah, to just see where that opinion is coming from, I don't think is a bad thing at all. I actually think that's great. That is great. That is actually great. You know, because it keeps things fair. It keeps things okay. Cool. You think this, but you're from India, so you don't know what's going on. But if you're posing as somebody from America and saying this and radicalizing people, and it causes repercussions there, and you don't have to deal with them, that's not fair. That is not fair, and I get that. That's not even safe. You know, which is why I also think that this is a great feature actually. You know, for hip hop though, bruh. I mean, who cares what? At the end of the day, why are you concerned in hip hop, bro? Who cares what? Even if you're acting Chinese, you're acting American, you're acting whatever, and you comment on hip hop, I feel like hip hop is a global thing to comment on. I don't think it's like political. Political things happen within countries, within continents, right? But hip hop is global, bruv. There shouldn't be borders on hip hop. I don't like that. Borders on music, when music is global, when it's on everybody's phone, we can access American hip hop, Chinese hip hop, whatever. If I listen to Chinese hip hop on my phone, I should be able to speak on Chinese hip hop. What's wrong with that? My opinion shouldn't be any less valuable. What do you mean as American? Oh, you can't speak on American hip hop. It's hip hop. It's music. It's up to interpretation. It's not politics where it's facts and biased and all these things. No, it's music, bruv. It's art. So now, if I look at the Mona Lisa, I'm from South Africa. I can't state my opinion on the Mona Lisa. It must be less valued because I'm from South Africa. I'm not from France or wherever the Mona Lisa was made. Therefore, I can't flip and have a comment or have an opinion, or my opinion's less valued because I was born in Africa where the Mona Lisa wasn't made. Huh? That's where we leave it. Like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. I will catch you guys in the next one. Get his umbo.